Hey everybody, welcome to Optimal Training Group. Now, if you've ever built a multi-level approval in Power Automate, you already know the problem. You're probably familiar with it. By the time the request reaches the final approver, there's no record of what the previous approvers decided. Did they approve it? Did they leave comments? Nobody knows. In this video, I'm going to show you how to capture every approver decision in a single SharePoint column so nothing gets lost, no matter how many levels your approval has. There's a way to do it in SharePoint with the SharePoint version, but this I believe is much better. Let's get into it. All right, so let me go through my approval first. So this is my initial request approval. So I want to show you, I have a column called approval history. So that approval history in that one record, whenever there is an approval and also at the very beginning of the request, something is being captured. So for example, when the user submits a request, this is the approval history column. Same thing for this column. When the manager and the director approve, this is what gets captured. So I'm going to show you how that works, what that looks like. So, but let me first show you the expression. All right. So for that first one, in that initial, when the submitter submits a request, we have concats, coalesce. Coalesce means that if the approval history is null, then go with this blank here. Just nothing. So basically, that's the first request. So obviously, when you submit a request, there's nothing in the approval column. So we have this concat. So concatenate all this with the submit a request, and then it has a time, formatted date time. And then we have this here, which just basically represents a new line, a hard enter. This is for the manager. So I have manager review. So I'm basically doing the same thing. Coalesce, if it's null, which it's not going to be null, there's going to be a value in here. It's going to be the manager's value. And then we're going to concatenate this to this line here that I have, the underscore. And then we have this new line, which will put a hard enter. So then we have the manager review with the manager's comments, hard enter, and then the comments. And that's it. And then also we have same thing with the directory review. So let's go and give this a try, run it and see how exactly this works. So let me come over here, submit a request here. All right, so I've just kind of filled it out and then I'm going to hit submit, and then let's wait for the email to come in so we can see how that approval history works. All right, so the email just arrived. So let's look at this. So you can see this is the approval history. Now it doesn't make sense now because there's only just one record. So let's go and approve. And because this is an email to the manager. $7:27 is the time right now. All right, let's click submit. I'm going to pause the video until that comes in. So the first email came in, but this is the requester's email saying that it's been approved by the manager. And I'm going to explain something to you later on when the rest of these emails comes in. All right, here's the next one. So now here is the email to the director. And if we scroll down, as you can see, this is from the approval history column for the same record. It has this, and then it concatenated this to the same thing. So that's exactly what this does. So if I come in here and approve, I want to show you something. And this would be another video. So let's say director approves at 7:29 p.m. So let's wait for that email to come in. Basically, this email will be an email to the requester saying that it's approved. Now, look at this. Why do you think this is? And the reason why it shows us this way is because an Outlook email does not recognize what is it called? Markdown code. So for example, if I come over here, so the approval history was being used in here in the standard approval. And as you can see, it's using Markdown. But in an actual Outlook email, it doesn't recognize Markdown. It only recognizes like HTML. So in the next video, I'm going to show you a trick on how to make it show in here in the Outlook in a formatted way as well. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please leave it down below. Thank you. Bye.